For as long as a human has looked up at the night sky, the moon has stirred imagination, mystery, and the ambition. Hanging silently above the earth, it inspired the myth guided traveler and marked the passage of the time. Yet for the thousands of years, the moon remained distant, untouchable, and unreachable. Reaching it seems like a dream beyond the human limits, but in 20th century, the dream transformed into the one humanity's greatest achievement. You are watching the Universal Knowledge Group channel. In today's videos, we how to know the story of reaching moon of humans. Let's start the video. The long before the rocket and sign, the ancient civilization wondered about the moon's nature. Some believed it was a god, others thought it is a glowing mirror, a perfect celestial sphere, and the philosopher like the Aristotle debate whether it was made up of the same material as the earth or something divine and unchanging. Despite this idea, the moon remained a symbol rather than the destination. The invention of the telescope in early of 60s changes everything. When Galileo Galilei pointed his telescope toward the moon, he saw the mountains, craters, and the shadows. The moon was not perfect, it was a world. The realization planted the first scientific seed that one day the human might travel there. The path to the moon truly began with understanding the motion, gravity, and the propulsion. In the late of 19th and early 20th century, the visionary like Konstantin Tsiolkovsky proposed the rocket could escape the Earth's gravity and famously said the Earth is a cradle of humanity, but one cannot live in the cradle forever. Later, scientists such as Robert Goddard in the United States and the Hermann Oberth in Europe built a tested early liquid-fueled rocket. This experiment very small and unstable, but they proved one the curical idea: control the rocket flight was possible. World War II accelerated the rocket development. The Germany V2 rockets through the weapon of destruction demonstrated that the rocket could reach the edge of space. After the war, both of the United States and the Soviet Union captured this technology and the scientists behind it, setting the stage for a new competition. In 1957, the Soviet Union shocked the world by launching the Sputnik 1, the first artificial satellite. A simple beeping sphere, the Sputnik signaled that the space was no longer a science fiction. Soon after, the Soviets sent the first human Yuri Gagarin into orbit in 1961. The United States failed the challenge. The same year, the President John F. Kennedy made a bold promise. America would land a man on the moon and return him safely to the earth before his decade was over. It was an enormous goal announced at the time when the US has barely sent the astronaut into space. This declaration ignited the space race, an intense rivalry driven by science, politics, and the national pride. NASA began the Apollo program, one of the most complex engineering projects in history. Thousands of scientists, engineers, and the technicians worked together to solve the unpredicted problem. How will the humans survive in space? How will they navigate the moon? How will they land and take off again? Astronauts trained relentlessly and facing the simulation test and the dangerous mission. Early Apollo flight tested